It's exactly 12 o'clock p.m. and welcome to the news updates on 247 Connect. Now, let's take a look at some of the details of the stories. In starting off in our stories, the Ghana Tourism Authority has announced that the government has authorized a non-pre-approval visa on arrival for visitors coming to Ghana from December 1, 2023 to January 15, 2024. This pre-approval waiver has been launched as part of the December in GH campaign, which is a crucial element of the 10-year Beyond the Return initiative. The GTA in a press release said the visa on arrival program aims to facilitate and encourage increased arrival to Ghana during the festive season. In line with the objectives of the Beyond the Return initiative, this waiver aids in strengthening Ghana's position as the preferred destination for tourists and investors from the diaspora and beyond. In doing some more stories, the Ministers of Defense and National Security, Dominic Aduna Bingab Nitiwul and Albert Kandapa, are scheduled to appear before the Defense and Interior Committee of Parliament today, Thursday, 23rd November 2023. Both ministers will address concerns and outline actions being taken by the government to avert a potential clash between the Mo and Wangara tribes in the Kintampo North municipality. The two ministers were summoned before the House following heightened tensions related to the Mo tribe's request to perform rituals during November and December, coinciding with the annual Klubi Festival of the Wangara community. Moving on, the Office of the Special Prosecutor has directed the management of the Tema Oil Refinery to suspend its proposed partnership agreement with Tema Energy and Processing Limited. The directive of the Special Prosecutor follows agitations of staff of the Tema Oil Refinery, who expressed their opposition to the partnership deal with Torrentco Asset Management Limited, now Tema Energy and Processing Limited. On Monday, November 20, the General Transport, Petroleum and Chemical Workers Union of the Trades Union Congress, Ghana, petitioned the Special Prosecutor to investigate the lease agreement between the Tema Oil Refinery and Torrentco Asset Management Limited. Now, the Ghana Armed Forces has refuted claims by some media outlets reporting that portions of military lands in Accra, including the official residences of the Chief of the Defense Staff and Chief of the Army Staff, have been slashed and sold to a private developer. In a press statement, the Ghana Armed Forces said the report also alleged that the terms of the transaction are not known and that some senior officers sold parts of the lands on the claim that they were too big, hence becoming very difficult to maintain. The GAF also said that there were plans to redevelop the area in question to increase the number of residential accommodations in line with the expansion program of the institution.
And on the business front, data from the Ghana Statistical Service has revealed that the producer price index for October 2023 fell to 9.6%. This represents a 15.5 percentage point decrease relative to the rate recorded in September 2023, representing 25.1%. According to the data from the GSS, the producer price inflation in the industry-led construction sector decreased to 9.0% in October 2023 from 26.4% in September 2023. The president of the Ghana Union of Traders Association, Dr. Joseph Obensiao, is urging the government to reconsider the swift decision to restrict the importation of tribe, locally known as yemwadie, and other products. His call follows the government's recent announcement regarding the decision to restrict the importation of some products into Ghana. Meanwhile, in an interview, Dr. Siao suggested that the government should outline a clear long-term goal to ensure the country is able to produce the targeted communities in abundance.
Now let's do some stories on the international front. The World Health Organization has asked China for more information on clusters of undiagnosed pneumonia reportedly spreading among children in the north of the country. Non-state media reports say children's hospitals in parts of the country are overwhelmed with sick children. Chinese authorities have attributed a spike in flu-like illnesses this winter to the lifting of COVID measures. However, World Health Organization is urging people in the country to take measures to reduce transmission. Now, the far-right anti-Islam populist Geert Wilders was headed for a massive parliamentary election victory on Wednesday in one of the biggest political upsets in Dutch politics since World War II, and one that is bound to send shockwaves through Europe. That puts him in line to lead talks to form a new ruling coalition and possibly become the country's first hard-right prime minister at a time of political upheaval through much of the continent. The exit poll published by national broadcaster NOS said that Wilders' Party for Freedom won 35 seats in the 150-seat lower house of parliament, more than double the 17 he won at the last election. Final official results were only expected on Thursday. And now straight into sports. Manchester United and English defender Harry Maguire has acknowledged and accepted an apology from Member of Parliament for Bolgatanga Central, Isaac Adongo, after the legislator retracted his earlier comparison between the footballer and Ghana's Vice President, Dr. Mahamadou Bawumia. In December 2022, Adongo criticized the Vice President, drawing parallels with the defender, who was then receiving backlash from fans for his poor performances, including some unfortunate own goals. However, the MP, in acknowledging Maguire's improved form, showered praises on the defender, and in an interesting turn of events, the footballer responded as having accepted the apology with an invitation to Old Trafford. And now to local sports. Former Kotoko and Ashanti Gold coach Bashiru Hayford has expressed confidence in the competence of Black Stars head coach Chris Hughton, saying he disagrees with those calling for his dismissal. The string of poor performances has led to calls for Hughton's removal, with some doubting his suitability for the job. But Hayford believes Hughton needs more time and is confident that the English manager will excel in his role. Coach Bashiru Hayford says the team's challenges has to do with the lack of teamwork rather than the coach's ability.
And now in entertainment, Ghanaian socialite Mona Faiz Montrage, widely known as HAJIA4REAL, has sought a change of her legal representation ahead of her trial. This decision follows a separation from Adam Cortez, who had been her attorney since the initiation of her prosecution, and according to legal documents, HAJIA4REAL submitted a request for a change in attorney to the U.S. court on November 8, 2023, and it was granted on November 9, 2023. However, she has now retained the service of Ms. Eleanor Fast from the Fast Law Firm PC to handle her case going forward, but the specific reasons for a decision to switch lawyers remain undisclosed. U.S. actor Jamie Foxx and music band Guns N' Roses frontman Axl Rose were each accused of sexual assault on Wednesday, part of a flurry of suits filed in New York before a statute of limitations deadline. In the filing against Rose, Shayla Kennedy, an actress and model, alleged that he sexually assaulted her in 1989 and she did not consent and felt overpowered. The alleged victim in the first case, identified only as Jane Doe, said that Fox intentionally and without consent used force to offensively touch her by gripping her breast and genitals at a rooftop bar in Manhattan in 2015.
And that does it for now. Good afternoon.